Now we look into the two axes, x-axis and y-axis. We have four quadrants. It divides in four quadrants: 0 to 90, 90 to 180, 180 to 270, 270 to 360. This is first quadrant, which you must have studied in coordinate geometry also. This is second quadrant. This is third quadrant. And this is fourth quadrant. Now, if there is a line, this is called a generator line. This is called a generator line starting from O. It is making an angle theta. In always the anti-clockwise direction is a positive direction. When we move anti-clockwise, when we generate this, when we move this line, suppose I name it OP, generator line OP, if I move it anti-clockwise direction, the angle will be increasing. I told you that we had studied until 10th from angle from 0 to 90, but now we are going much beyond. This can take as many as rounds it takes around the same. Obviously it will come to this side, one circle, then it can go again and then go again and can go again. So theta can take any value. Theta can take any value, and we will be able to calculate the trigonometric ratios corresponding to them. Now in these things, four quadrants, I have written word add sugar to coffee. Add sugar to coffee. Again, this is a method to remember. And what does it mean? When we talk of the first quadrant, add means all. Add is A stands for all. All trigonometric ratios in this quadrant will be positive. All trigonometric ratios are positive. Sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot, whichever falls in this first quadrant. First quadrant does not mean 0 to 90. It will come, this line will come and come again here, and 360, and between 360 and 90 again it is first quadrant, and then it repeats again 2 rounds, then 2 into 360, and again this comes. So all the angles which will fall in the first quadrant will be like 360 here, then after 360 it will come here what? 450. So values like that will keep coming. Values like that will keep coming. So all the angles, all the trigonometric ratios in this quadrant will be positive, whether it is sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec and cot. Now when we move to the second quadrant, we realize it is written sugar. From the sugar only S is taken, that is sine. In the second quadrant, sine theta and the reciprocal of sine is cosec theta. So sine theta and cosec theta are positive, the rest trigonometric ratios are negative. Meaning thereby, that means cos, sec, cot and tan will be negative. Any value which falls in the second quadrant between 90 to 180 will be negative. Sine and cosec will be only positive, the rest will be negative. When we come to the third quadrant, we wrote 2. From the word 2, let us pick up the first alphabet T, that is tangent. In the third quadrant, tan theta and cot theta are positive, rest values are negative. In the fourth quadrant, I have coffee. So cos theta and sec theta are positive and rest are negative. It is very simple way to remember. People have different ways of calling it. All students in 10th class, all students of 10th class, some people write it like that, but I would prefer it remembering add sugar to coffee, because that's very easy for you to remember, or whatever way you want to remember. The more you use this, the more you will be able to learn. You will finally don't need to say add sugar to coffee, because you will be able to finalize that. So in this, all trigonometric ratios In the first quadrant, all trigonometric ratios are positive. All the 6 trigonometric ratios, only 6 trigonometric ratios are there: sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, and cot. In this, only sine and cosec are positive. The remaining 4 are negative. In this, only tan and cotangent are positive. The rest are negative. Here, cos and sec are positive. The rest are negative, because this is going to help us greatly when determining the signs, determining the position, that whether a term, whether trigonometric ratio will be positive or whether it will be negative. The another thing is that along x-axis, this is this, I have named this as line 1 and line 3. So along line 1 and line 3, that means 0, 180, 360 plus 720, like that. If it keeps coming like that, that means multiples of pi. Multiples of pi. If they are multiples of pi, then you will realize that the sine will remain sine. Sine theta will remain sine theta. Cos theta will remain cos theta. Tan theta will remain tan theta. And similarly, the remaining 3 ratios will remain the same. But along y-axis, that means 90 and multiples of 90. 90 and multiples of 90. Because this will be 90, here it will be multiple of 90, multiple of 90, multiple of 90 there will be. So along the multiples, odd multiples of 90, you will realize, because if it will be even multiple of 90, then it will not be 90. It will become, because 90 will be divided by even multiple, so it will become either 180 or 360. So along this line, y-axis, sine theta will change to cos theta, cos theta will change to sine theta, sec theta will change to cosec, cosec will change to sec, tan theta will change to cot theta will change to tan theta. We just explained to you the process of these four quadrants. In the first quadrant, we told you all trigonometric ratios, or all t ratios. When I say t, that means trigonometric ratios. All t ratios are positive: sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot. In the second quadrant, only sine theta and cosec theta are positive. The remaining 4 will be negative. In the third quadrant, we have tan theta and cot theta will be positive. The rest are negative. And in the fourth quadrant, cos theta and sec theta will be positive. The rest are negative. And the use of this you will see now. For example, when I am talking of, you had studied sine 90 minus theta only. Now let us talk of 90 plus theta. When we are talking of 90 minus theta, all angles will fall only in the first quadrant. 90 minus theta. It will be below, it will be between 0 and 90. That is why sine 90 minus theta was cos theta. Cos 90 minus theta was sine theta. Another thing which we had told you, that along this 90 and multiples of 90, sine will change to cos, cos will change to sine, sec will change to cosec, cosec will change to sec, tan will change to cot, and cot will change to tan. But if this is 180 or multiples of 180, 180 plus theta, 180 minus theta, 360 plus theta or 360 minus theta, then sine remains sine, cos remains cos, tan remains tan. I'll just explain it to you from this. Like sine 90 plus theta. Sine 90 plus theta, first of all we have to decide, will it remain positive or negative? What will be the value? When we come 90 plus theta, that means we have moved to the second quadrant. 90 plus theta. 90 is here and plus something. So we have come into the second quadrant. In second quadrant, sine theta and cosec theta are positive. So in plus of sine theta I have put plus. In front of cosec theta I have put plus. The rest all are negative. And we told you that along the 90 degree, multiples of 90, the sine will change to cos. Cos will change to sine. So sine 90 plus theta is cos theta, and it will be plus cos theta. It depends upon left hand side, not on the right hand side. Now cos 90 plus theta, cos 90 will change to sine theta minus sine theta. It is minus sine theta. 90 plus theta is minus cot theta. Cosec 90 plus theta is sec theta. Sec 90 plus theta is minus cosec theta. And cot 90 plus theta is minus tan theta. These signs are coming from sugar, the word sugar. Sine and cosec will be positive. Sine and cosec. Sine is positive, cosec is positive. Don't worry about this sign. We are talking of this side. We are talking of this side. Signs will be decided what is here. Sine 90 plus theta plus. Cosec 90 plus theta plus. The remaining are all negative. So sine changed to cos, cos changed to sine, tan changes to cot, cosec changes to sec, sec changes to cosec, and cot changes to tan. And the signs are decided on the basis of this. In second quadrant, only sine and cosec are positive. Sine, in front of sine I put plus, in front of cosec I put plus. So sine 90 plus theta is cos theta, cos 90 plus theta is minus sine theta, tan 90 plus theta is minus cot theta, cosec 90 plus theta is plus sec theta, and sec 90 plus theta is minus cosec theta, and cot 90 plus theta is minus tan theta. Now let us take example of 180 minus theta. Sine 180 minus theta. 180 minus theta will also come into this. 180, and if you move back, 180 minus, you are subtracting something, so obviously 180 is here, and you move back, you come into the second quadrant. In second quadrant, sine and cosec will be positive. So in front of sine I have written plus, in front of cosec I have written plus. And we told you that when along this line, x-axis, the sine theta remains sine theta, cos theta remains cos theta, tan theta remains tan theta. So sine 180 minus theta is sine theta plus sine theta. Cos 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. Tan 180 minus theta is minus cot theta. Sorry, minus tan theta. It remains the same. Minus tan theta. Cosec 180 minus theta will remain plus cosec theta only. Sec 180 minus theta will become minus sec theta. And cot 180 minus theta will become minus cot theta. Remember, the signs will be obtained by add sugar to coffee, and whether sign will change to cos or sign will remain the sign will depend upon what is it. Is it multiples of 180 plus something, or multiples of 90 plus or minus something? When it was 90 plus or minus something, sign will always change to cos. Cos will change to sine. But if it is sine 180 minus theta, I'll do 180 plus theta after this. 180 minus theta, then we get same. Sine remains sine, cos remains cos, tan remains tan, cosec remains cosec, sec remains sec, and cot remains cot. But in 90 plus theta or 90 minus theta, in 90 plus theta or 90 minus theta, we are seeing sine is changing to cos, cos is changing to sine, tan is changing to cot, cot is changing to tan, cosec is changing to sec, and sec is changing to cosec. Now let's look into 180 plus theta, 360 minus theta. When I'm talking of 180 plus theta, that means I'm talking of the third quadrant. 180 is here, 0 to 180 and plus. That means you come into the third quadrant. Third quadrant means we'll follow 2. Add sugar to coffee. Signs will be allotted according to that tan and cot will be positive, the rest will be negative. Like tan is positive and cot is positive, the rest will be negative. And because it is 180 along this x-axis plus something, so Sine will remain sine. Sine will remain sine. Sine 180 plus theta will be minus sine theta. Cos 180 plus theta will be minus cos theta. Tan 180 plus theta will be tan theta plus tan theta. This will be minus cosec theta. This will be minus sec theta. And this will be plus cot theta. So the signs of tan and cot remains plus, the rest signs change, and the sine remains sine, cos remains cos, tan remains tan, cosec remains cos, cosec sec remains sec, cot remains cot. Similarly, when we talk of 360 minus theta, when I talk of 360 minus theta, 360 will be this complete round here, 360 will come here, and when you minus it, then you come into the fourth quadrant. 360 minus theta means you are falling into the angle will be falling into the fourth quadrant. In the fourth quadrant, we have coffee, that is cos and sec are positive, cos will be positive and sec will be positive, the rest all are negative. And this is 360. This is 360 minus or 360 plus. It'll 360 minus plus or 360 plus theta. Sine will remain sine, cos will remain cos, tan will remain tan, like 180 plus theta. So sine 360 minus theta will be minus sine theta. Cos 360 minus theta will be plus cos theta. Tan 360 minus theta is minus tan theta. Sines are decided on the basis of which quadrant the angle is falling into. Cosec 360 minus theta is minus cosec theta. Sec 360 minus theta is plus sec theta. And cot 360 minus theta is minus cot theta. So all these angles are multiples of 360 or multiple of 180. Sine remains sine, cos remains cos. Only thing which changes is sine. Sine is SIGN. Sine. Sine will depend upon which quadrant the angle is falling in. Either it can go into first quadrant, it can go into second, third or fourth. Nowhere else it can go. And that will follow, add sugar to coffee. In the first quadrant we will have all 6 trigonometric ratios plus. In the second we will have sine theta and cosec theta positive, the rest will be negative. In the third quadrant I'll have only tan and cot positive, the rest negative. And in the fourth quadrant I'll have cos and sec positive, the rest will be negative. We discussed 360 minus theta, let's discuss 360 plus theta. When I say sine 360 plus theta, when I talk in general 360 plus theta, that means 360 will complete here one round, and plus means it will come into the first quadrant again. And when the angle falls in the first quadrant, all ratios will be positive. So that is why all 6 ratios are positive. And it is, since it is 360, multiple of 180 or 360, it is going to be sine is going to remain sine, cos will remain cos. So sine 360 plus theta is sine theta, cos will remain cos, tan will remain tan theta, cosec theta, cosec will remain cosec, sec will remain sec theta, and cot will remain cot theta. And signs will not change. We don't write plus, I just written to show, but when we have no sign, that means all are plus. Now when we talk of 270 minus theta, 270 will fall here. It is 0, it is 90, 180, 270. 270 minus theta means it will come into third quadrant. 270 will fall here and you subtract an angle, so you come into the third quadrant. So third quadrant means 2. Tan and cot are positive. Tan and cot are positive, the rest are negative. Tan is positive, and cot is positive. The rest are negative. Another thing, it is multiples of 90. 270 is multiple 3 into 90. 3 into 90. Multiple of 90. Odd multiples of 90 I had spoken. So when it is odd multiple of 90, then sine will change to cos. Cos will change to sine. Sine theta will be minus cos theta. Cos theta will be minus sine theta. 10 270 minus theta will be cot theta, because it is plus. 10 changes to plus. Cosec 270 minus theta will be minus sec theta. They will become opposite, and sec 270 minus theta will be minus cosec theta, and cot 270 minus theta will be plus 10 theta. So sine to cos, cos to sine, 10 to cot, cosec to sec, sec to cosec, cot to 10. When it is odd multiples of 90, 90 plus theta, 90 minus theta, 270 plus theta, 270 minus theta, or multiples of theta, odd multiples of theta. But when they are even multiples or multiples of 180, then you keep getting same sine theta into sine theta, cos theta into cos theta, 10 into 10 only, cosec into cosec, sec into sec, cot into cot. And the sine, SIGN, don't confuse it with SIN. Don't confuse it with sine. Sine will depend upon which quadrant it is falling into. Is it falling in the first quadrant, second, third, or fourth? According to that, we will allot the sine to the result. And from the left hand side, not from the right hand side. From the left side, we allot the sine. Like it is here, we said in the third quadrant, only 10 and cot are positive. So 10, 270 minus theta, cot theta, and cot 270 minus theta plus 10 theta. It has got nothing to do if cot is coming here somewhere. It has got nothing to do with that. 10 and cot will be picked up from here, and the remaining will remain neg.